A huge welcome to this IoD Bites, and again, due to the fantastic grey skies and absolute torrential rain outside, we are here at the IoD Academy again. As you might have seen in the previous IoD99Bites, if you haven't checked out the Digital Academy, please do. It is an amazing resource, free for members to use and really fantastic. A great go-to place if you're facing any challenges, which I'm sure you're not, within your own business. Do check it out. It is a fantastic member benefit. But as always, it isn't about the IoD, and it certainly isn't about listening to me drone on. It is very much about IoD 99ers and finding out about their journey, their insights, and their top tips in relation to their own business and their own business expertise. This time it's the turn of Andre. Andre, who are you and what do you do?
Hello everybody, Alex, a pleasure being here. So I'm a director of Market.eu, which is a digital marketing agency here in London. We do cross-channel marketing, and basically what we do, in short, is helping our clients make full use of their marketing resource to get the most returns. So we help them map all the marketing processes they have cross-channel in an integrated manner, and then helping them implement these across the customer journey, so they can reach the right customers with the right message at the right time on the right platform with the right message. So that's it, in short.
Oh my God, so it sounds quite confusing. But from a potential client's perspective, what would you be telling them? Is it different messages on different platforms? Is it solely focusing on individual platforms? What type of messaging, what type of things should they be thinking about? And also, is offline, is the sort of traditional direct mail messaging dead? Or is it all online? Is it all social? Is it all sort of interactive and all that sort of area?
Not always. It very much depends on the client. But what we advise in the first place is for them to have a very clear vision of their ideal customers and where they consume media. And knowing this in the first place, then you can identify what channels are relevant to that customer, and then which are the most cost-effective, and depending on the budget, obviously, whether, digital is very much very traceable, and you don't need that much of a budget to get started. So many of our clients obviously are small and medium enterprises, so they don't many times have a huge budget to start off. And what we do is help them make that investment as efficient as possible to get the cash rolling and so on.
So there's a lot of opportunity for them to do testing within small amounts of budget and to see what the impact is and measure that effectively in relation to demographics thereafter and, like you say, what platforms their customer base are using, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's very much a matter of testing and optimizing almost real time. So this is a big advantage to digital. And then obviously, as the technology gets more and more implemented in marketing nowadays, it's a huge opportunity again to get more results from the same amount of money, really, by programming.
And in relation to, because it's something we've heard from other 99ers, it's that personalization of messaging. In the past, you used to try and engage with people through direct mail and things like this. Now it's getting people to engage with content online, that sort of area. What have you been if you were speaking to a client and you were telling them, what would be your top tips in relation to trying to get their message to engage with their customer base? What would you tell them to be thinking about? What would you tell them to be looking for? What would you tell them in relation to the messaging they're trying to deliver and the user journey their customer is going to be going on?
Well, in the digital space, this is an amazing question. In the digital space, usually people are there for a specific reason. So on social media, they are there to be entertained most likely, or to keep in touch with friends. On search engines such as Google, they are there to find out information or with a purchase intent. So from a brand's perspective, it's very important when they put out the message and map out the customer journey, see their message where it fits within these channels. Because, for example, one of the main important things is to bring value to the customer before you ask them for the purchase. So you can do that, for example, by paid ads to drive traffic. So offer like a report or something. That's a very common used method of giving value before trying to sell something, or on Google give out the relevant information that a customer might be looking for, and then only kind of like allow yourself to become an authority, and then and bring value, and then try to convert that customer. But really keep in mind why the customer is on that platform.
So it isn't just about, in the past, to inform people that you can help on this area. It is now very much about providing real, actual real information, real advice, real support for free to potential customers to ensure then there is a possible lead generation from the start of that journey moving forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And I mean, we've talked briefly about, before we before we start to record this, about a new venture you're going into, which sounds absolutely fascinating. Do you want to say a little bit about that area?
Yes,
I mean, it's totally over my head, so go for it.
It is. So probably you have heard the voice element of marketing is currently very much picking up. It's very new, so everybody's like, oh, what are we doing now? This is a new platform. How are we using it? But basically, what has been happening in the past couple of months, Amazon Alexa devices and Alexa as an assistant became very much more popular, so the adoption is crazy. There are some latest reports from PwC and another couple of organizations showing how people are getting more used and using these devices. And also, you know, Google Assistant is doing a lot of progress at the moment. Facebook is going to launch something probably this winter. I think it's going to be November, but you know, we can only judge on the leaks and stuff.
We won't hold you to it, Andre. Don't worry.
Yeah, so basically what we do is try to position ourselves as innovation leaders. This is basically one of our values as well as a company in digital marketing. We try to drive innovation, technology, and so on. Right. So we are getting into this voice platform space as well, and we are launching a sub-branch which is going to be called Marketeer Voice. So what we do here is help brands identify opportunities to use the voice platform within Google Assistant, within Amazon Alexa, and using this new channel, which is not very popularized at the moment, but it will become a very big, you know, opportunity for them to engage with their customers here as well, and also optimize their products to be relevant in search, because voice search is going to be different from typed search in many ways, and the SEO is different as well. So if you are a big product-based business, then it's important for you to kind of know how to optimize that, so it comes up in the results when somebody asks, like, Amazon, what's the best X? And then your result comes up.
So it's ensuring that your business will be at the top of that search. And in relation to how, I guess, their users will use the voice activation aspect of it. I mean, I know I've got a son who's about 2.5, and he now doesn't bother trying to type stuff in. He'll just press the microphone thing and then ask, and he'll speak directly and then get the videos he wants up or whatever else, which is certainly fascinating to see. But in relation to that area, do you think this is going to be, I mean, maybe the next big thing is possibly the overstating it, but is it going to be a massive way in relation to the way that you, myself, and others use the internet, the way we search for information, the way we buy products, this sort of, the voice aspect of it is going to become absolutely crucial going forward? Is that your opinion on it?
I think so, and we also work now at the moment on developing some tools to showcase what we can do for brands, so the actual coding of the actual programs. But why we believe it's going to be such a big thing in the next 1-3 years is because of the concept of Internet of Things and how the devices are becoming more interconnected. So the vision would be that long term, the voice is just going to be another platform to integrate with, you know, kind of like digital things that we currently use, and auto-optimize cross-device, so that, for example, when you make a request and let's say you watch TV and you have a smart TV and an Alexa speaker and phone and etc., and everything is integrated, let's say in an e-commerce space, you see a nice scene in a movie and you say, Alexa, where is this being filmed? And then the TV is able to take a screenshot, send it to Google. Google identifies the place, and then you can ask, Alexa will return the result, like this is being filmed in X place. And you can say, okay, what's the cheapest flight to there in September, let's say. And then Alexa will be able to integrate, let's say, with Skyscanner, give you a couple of results, and then you can book the flights like that. So
it's kind of taking what you have, that sort of functionality of Amazon Prime at the moment. If you're watching a film on there, it will come up with who the cast are, where pieces are being filmed. It's then taking that on to the next level, whereby you can then find hotels, find accommodation, find tours and stuff like that. And do all that way. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? How cool is that? Going back to the sort of core part of your business at the moment, so just to finish with a couple of top tips. If you were speaking to a potential client, or a potential client is watching this, or a business that is looking to try and do that sort of that cross-platform integration, that cross-platform messaging for their customers, what would be your sort of 2 or 3 top tips if they're thinking of doing that, what they need to think of if they're trying to implement that, or they're worried that they might not be doing it effectively at the moment?
So one of the top tips would be know your audience really well and don't try to please everybody, because mainly if you are like a small business but offer many services, and we've been there as well in the beginning. I mean, we say that we can offer everything and then try to target everybody, but we don't have the resource. So ideally, you want to focus on a service that you are really good at, and it's a demand in the market at the moment. So you don't have to try to generate the demand, you just supply. And then you allocate your resources there by knowing the exact target customer. Then what we discussed, the exact platforms he's consuming media on, try to offer some value and position yourself as an authority there. And then they will naturally come back to you if you optimize your sales funnels, let's say, efficiently. So look into technology, ways of automating as much as possible. And I mean, even if you start small, it's a big opportunity here for everybody. Know your audience, know their channels that they are consuming media on, and then see which are best, to start with. You don't have to start with everything at once, but...
And as you rightly pointed at the start, you can try something out for a low cost just to start trying to work out what is right for you, what is right for your customers. You can get real-time data on that as well, which is, I think, an important thing. So you don't have to throw a load of money at it. You can start to see things, how they work with a limited budget, and to see what works with you.
Exactly.
Andre, thank you so much indeed. What we're going to do is get Andre to give us 2 or 3 of those top tips that we'll include in the write-up for this, because it sounds like some fantastic intellectual property that you shared with us. But Andre, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much as well.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.